First of all, Vishal and Rashmi, thank you for accepting our request to join us for this webinar. We welcome you from whole team of Agrivision for you to this session. And basically, it's a really good thing because Vishal and Rashmi are from different background. This is one of the good thing. Also, if Devam is joining, he is also having a kind of different background, right? In terms of how we have done our UGN, right? Today, I'll just brief it what we are going to discuss. So, a lot of people are having confusion about because we know in terms of doing MBA and rural management, especially let it be FABM, ABM from different colleges, which is the top colleges in this regard. Let it be, I'm Ahmedabad, I'm Lucknow, IRMA, or Manage, NSIB, or NAM. They have a very different strategy to move on, right? So people is to have a confusion, right? What strategy we should go for other college? Because see, if you have a very little time for something kind of this, OWT or WWAT, it is to be very different, right? So today we are going to discuss. So before moving at, I would like to just request Vishal and Rasmi to tell, kind of how they started to think about the MBA and how they reached to their destination, that is MBA. Vishal first, please.
Okay, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Vishal Shukla. I'm from Delhi, basically, and I did my graduation from Banaras Hindu University, and I did BCom honors there. So, as my family was involved in a business which is related to agriculture, so since childhood I was inclined toward doing something for the farmers and working towards the agriculture sector. So when I get that first thought to do MBA, so I decided to join FBM program or whatever the I am Ahmedabad and I'm Lucknow thing. But due to I belong to commerce background, so I was unable to get that. So the best alternative of that was IRMA. So I chose IRMA over other IIMs. I also got selected for IIM Raipur, Rohtak. So because I was inclined toward doing something for the farmers, and I also wanted to get the taste of agriculture, so I decided to join IRMA. Uh, if I talk about my experience of interview, last year I got selected and I shortlisted for the interview, and the basic questions was they started with the intro, tell me something about yourself, and then they asked me about my family business, how I contributed towards that, and how I inclined to why IRMA. The most important questions which I found everyone should clear in mind before joining IRMA is why IRMA. So these things were like pre-prepared. Everyone should prepare briefly about this, and also uh, always think that IRMA is a different B school. It's not like regular one, and everything is normal here. Like we do MBA plus we do RME, means we do normal PGDM and also rural management. So you will not going to lose any of the B school thing in IRMA, but you will be benefited by getting extra knowledge of rural part of India. As we all know that,
Right.
yes, sir.
So it has a taste of both doing a PGP degree kind of an
Yes, yes,
MBA,
exactly.
general MBA, and kind of rural management, which is made up of like 70% of our countries belongs to
Yes,
that category, right? Right.
exactly,
Totally.
sir.
We'll
Exactly.
come to Vishal's journey as well, how he got there through OWT and GDPI. Coming to Rasmi, Rasmi belongs to GBT Padnagar as far as I know, and from her profile. She is from a background of a food technology from GBT Padnagar. So we food technology and agriculture people more often, if I believe, because GBT Padnagar is a very old institution, we know what is IRMA and kind of right from seniors and all. So your journey would be different, kind of kind of diverting from something different degree. Let it be Vishal's came from BCom, commerce background. Okay, so Rasmi, how it was different for you and how was your journey, please?
Yes, sir, sure. So the healthy reasons that led me to opt out for MBA, it came out of my course curriculum I have been through, and there were certain projects related to value addition that is very important in the current arena in the rural development. So therefore, I find interest in joining IRMA because here I'll get many opportunities to thrive into the rural resources and channelizing the energies, and there are many resources which are untapped, and there are many big organizations like World Bank, UNICEF, UNDP, and Ministry of Panchayati Raj, and they all are looking for the professionals who want to work in rural India. So therefore I find that the future of rural manager is going to be bright. Hence I wanted to align myself towards the rural management degree, and as Vishal mentioned already, that our program is not only about rural management, it is a MBA plus degree. So where we are going to follow a regular curriculum which is being followed in other BE schools. Plus, we learn how to judiciously manage the rural resources and effectively apply all the managerial principles on field. So that's why I wanted to join IRMA, and right now I'm in first year of PGDMRM program.
Right. Thank you so much, Rasmi. I believe Devam also has joined us. Devam, can you hear me?
Hi, all. Hi, all. Sorry for joining late.
It's okay, no problem. Yeah, so just Devam will be ready in a while. I just would like to ask one question, Rasmi. Generally, in food technology and agriculture colleges, we know that what is IRMA and all. Like let's say if other newly colleges which is established very new kind of food technology and agriculture, people are not aware of IRMA. Like how beautifully you said that. No, you know that what is the importance of you know an opportunity that is going to happen in near future at let's say rural manager, right? Can you tell me about your college? People know in first year second year that these are the opportunities existing, or you came to know through some outer sources and all?
Sir, actually, in my college, there are many alumni who have been a part of IRMA already, and currently also they are
Right.
my seniors in IRMA. So I got to know about IRMA from them only, and like currently where are they, like what positions are they holding in the big firms, and whether they have inclined themselves towards the development sector or any other field of MBA like marketing, operations, and finance. So from them only I got to know about IRMA.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Rasmi. Devam, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, right. A little bit disturbance in camera. Okay, nice. Now it's fine. Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's okay.
Okay. Devam, your background is very different. You came through the background of electrical engineering, and I know that is something, kind of electric and kind of, DCT, how we are utilizing this, all these instruments, right? Coming to
Yes,
rural
yes.
management, it is a very, kind of, whole shift. So how you decided to win there, and even how you were knowing about there's institutions kind of rural management, especially in rural management, are there?
I specifically don't talk much to about it, particularly because it's very much private thing. The reason being is I decided to join IRMA when I was in third year of engineering because
Very nice.
I read about late Dr. Varghese Kurian, and I got inspired so
Nice,
much
really.
that I decided to join IRMA back then. But things doesn't happen the way we want most of the time. I joined Mahindra and Mahindra as an GET assistant manager. But when I but when things happened according to me, I joined IRMA. So
Right,
this whole
right,
reason
right.
for me
See,
joining IRMA is late Dr. Varghese Kurian.
that's really inspiring. No, because we everyone is somewhere. We make role model of, let it be Sachin Tendulkar would be role model for someone. Let it be Indira Gandhi would be role model of someone. So, right. So it happens. I totally agree with your Devam. Okay. So for you, see, like Vishal is from different background, Devam is from different background, and Rasmi. So Rasmi has a little bit background of agriculture and food technology that we generally study. So then how it was different? And my first question, generally it comes from the audience. What is the expected? what is the expected kind of percentile that we can think of to get a call and to get even a seat in IRMA from Devam it is.
Okay, so I saw the trend because earlier the trend used to be 85 percentile for non-profile. जिनकी profile नहीं है, 85 percentile was seen as a criteria to get into. But for the safer side, I aim for more than 90 percentile uh, because general engineering male student I am. So, so I have all this. So I decided कि
Right, right.
90 percentile plus will be a safer side. But more or less, I've seen getting in the bracket of 80 to 90 gives you some sort of confidence of joining it.
Right, right,
That's
right.
that's
Okay, okay. Vishal, according to you, what is the kind of range we can think of?
So according to me, it's all depends on the background you have. If you are from agriculture, so it will vary accordingly. If you are from commerce, it would be vary accordingly. And if you are like
Right,
niche courses like mass media and philosophy, BA, so it will be slightly lower than the male engineers. So basically, if according to me, having 90 percentile plus is a benchmark. So where you having a safe hand to get into IRMA. According to me, having 80 plus if you are from a niche course like commerce, BCom, and if you're having some category, it will be different. It totally depends on the background category, and there are a lot of factors. According to me, if you get a shortlist for the interview and vet, you always focus on the giving your best shot for the interview and for the vet. So it improves your chances of getting converted the call. So all factors are totally interdependent to get finally converted the call. Okay.
right, right, right. So same question to Rasmi. How was your different, after giving examination of CAT, it is a 2 months around. I mean, 1 month, November last we to give examination for CAT, and December last approx, the CAT results is to come, right? How, kind of after giving examination of CAT, most of the people will be, either I'm going to gate or not, the confusion. How you dealt with that? And according to you, for the niche people like, agriculture and food technology, what is the range?
Okay,
Rasmi,
so
yeah.
I believe that getting percentile between 85 and 90 is a safe zone. Even if, like, if you are a girl from general and that too from agri or agri allied course, so that is a safer side. Plus, because if
Mhm.
a student belongs from agriculture university, they get a weightage. Like in our tab, like when my admission occurred last year, so at that time there was a special weightage for the universities which have a good NIRF ranking. So that is also a point. And we
Okay,
like non-engineer also get academic diversity.
right.
So there are many things, and of course, IRMA intake for agri or agri allied courses comparatively higher than other backgrounds. So if a person will get a percentile between 85 to 90, that is a safer side.
Right, right. So what I have concluded from this is a percentile between 85 to 90 is considered to be the very safe zone. And if someone is having a, kind of diversity in their academics and their co-curricular activity, it is going to aid a value in that, right? Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
my next question is before moving to the today's core session, that how to prepare for OWT and how it differs. I just have one question. Now, Hansa, if you can hear me, I believe you also have joined. Okay. My question to Devam and Vishal and Rasmi, three of you is generally you see Devam has a background of electrical, Vishal has a background of commerce, and what we study in core in IRMA is about rural management. How the farmers work, how FPO work, what is agriculture finance, what how agri economics, right? So it may be triggering point. Of course, we had a motivation to study, but Devam, how about your journey? You didn't have a background of this agriculture, so how did you deal with that? It may be some kind of crucial point for someone who is just get a call and who is just in the journey of like Devam and Vishal as well.
You are right in very aspect. Ki agriculture is still a point where I'm improving. I don't have a very prior knowledge of agriculture like Rashmi, so I'm still improving in that area. Rather, the journey. Uh, so I have prepared my mindset in a way that whatever knowledge I have till now of my graduation or my school days, I'll try to implement in the rural segment. So it's not like I will completely forget what all I have learned in graduation days. I'll try to connect in some or the other way because there are
Right.
many aspects you can work upon. ऐसा नहीं है कि so I have not left out my work ex or graduation days. It's just what all I'm learning here. I'm trying to combine with my previous knowledge.
Both
So
of
the
it.
journey
Right.
is still going on because IRMA is a cushion in a very way. It gives you a very vast uh, kind of a comfort to work upon your thing. So more or less, it's very smooth to me.
Right. Right. And one thing is like it's really beautiful to see different people, it's really enjoying, in a college of 2 years you came to know the experiences of a lot of people, which is
Sure,
the
sure, sure,
most
sure.
beautiful thing, because you had experience of a person who has a background of electrical, you experience the person, if you know the knowledge what CSC guy think, the person how us commerce wala think, right? So food technology and agriculture, so I know a lot of people from IRMA, and they when they discuss someone is from history, it's kind of epitome. I know, like how we call Newark, Newark in USA as a apple of world, kind of every around the world, whatever the countries are there, you can find the people over there, right? IRMA, I
Fair
believe
enough,
in
fair
the
enough,
the
fair
same
enough.
way. All the kind of people are real there, and you can learn, right? Now, so I would like to just go with Vishal. How is your journey, and what do you expect? What is the process? I would like to ask first. The first question would be, after, let's say, you got selected, you got the percentile, let it be 90 percentile, for example. Okay. After that, let's say you got shortlisted in the list that you have got a call. What is the procedure after that? Kind of preparing OWT and interview.
Uh, okay, so let's suppose I got a percentile of around 85 to 90, or maybe more than that. So I got a call, and
Mhm.
the first thing a student should start with understanding the institute's core values, vision, and mission, where they are targeting and where they wanted to reach. So if you understand
Mhm.
the core of the institute, you will understand what they are expecting from a student. So, if you understand that IRMA is about a social entrepreneurship or social business, or cooperatives, or a business which are doing their part in rural India, so you will understand that they can ask for the WAT part, written ability test wala part. So they will ask you about something which is related to development, which is related to core values, which is related to your viewpoint on some new decisions, new policy. So it more or less like a abstract, uh, related to society, culture, education. It could be anything. So you have to give answer according to your thought process, how you can tackle that, how you understand the concept,
Mhm.
how you understand the topic. If I talk about interview preparation, I will say that it's interview is more about being genuine. Okay, so when you are going for an interview, you must know the basic concept of your whatever you have studied, whatever you have done, either a work ex or your graduation or your post graduation, and your past experience. You should know the roots of the education you get till now. So once you're done with that, you will be able to give most of the answers. A second thing, a student must know about themselves, the HR round, the HR questions, like who are you, how you think, how your thought process work, how you understand things, and how you tackle some hypothetical situations if they will give you. So this is enough. Also, in my case, as I mentioned that I have a family business where I work in an agriculture part. So they ask me about basics of agriculture, like rabi crop, kharif crop, seasons, different seasons. So I think if you're coming to to institute like IRMA, where the name includes rural management. So you must understand the occupations of rural India, how they make money, how they earn things, and how they used to connect the every ecosystem of the rural India. So basic agriculture understanding is important. And I want to clear here, like IRMA is not an agriculture college, not an FABM college. So it's a normal college. Every business having a division of rural India, because you know and not matlab, uh, business flourish in urban areas as well as in rural areas. So you can't just define a business just part of urban area. So IRMA works towards the rural part of economy, where we connect the dot. We connect the rural to urban, to transfer the facilities, to transfer the ecosystem, everything. So we work like that. Okay, so we are not an agriculture college.
Very, very good point. I'll tell you what I have understood. So common notion, this is psychology of people. If I'll tell
Exactly.
about myself how I think. Whenever we heard industry, we think it will be kind of city, right? So
Hmm.
whenever see industry, let it be Bombay, let it be Delhi or Noida, we think whenever we hear the term industry, industrialization, we think these are developed. It is a kind of all the society has been developed. This is very good point that Vishal has told. Like whenever and it is a really it's a time to do on that, because a lot of people like we see in Shark Tank, that is a very kind of that has erupted a volcano in a normal people also. No, we can do something, right? We can do MSME, we can make a pickles, we can products value addition something. So that is a very good point, Vishal, and I believe if I'll summarize your points, so according to you mean to say is we need to understand core values of institution, and also at the
Exactly.
same time you also have to understand why exactly you want to go. You should be true and genuine about you. It should not be something let's say if placement is something that I can get 100%, so I'm going. It should be in your somewhere in soul. There should be serving nature, that yeah, I want to go for something rural Indian. I have a greater knowledge on that. Thank you so much, Vishal.
So adding to what Vishal and Devam mentioned, that if like after getting shortlisted, one should start introspecting themselves first of all, because for the HR round we need to know about ourselves, what are strengths, what are our weaknesses, and why do we say that these are our strengths and weakness, our short term and long term goals, and like why do we really want to pursue MBA, and if we want to pursue MBA, so why do we specifically want to go for ruler management, and that too from IRMA. And one should be able to differentiate ruler management from a normal PGDM program, because the interviewer, they can ask about our opinions on any recent bill or any recent scheme, for example, there can be questions about agriculture and rural budget allocations and the major figures, and if one will support their answer by the major figures in the budget, that looks more authentic. So
Right.
that's how I prepared for my interview. And other
So
than
I
And
that,
that
also
was Yeah, please. That was my next question. Even I'll just come on that. I'll for better clarity so that you can aid while explaining. Two questions that was asked with the people. That I started in the beginning as well. I told you how to connect with the news and updates, because a lot of newses are there. How to pick the relevant one that is going to help you in the GD and PI round. And also there are a lot of other interviews parallelly we give for our backup, right? We can't think of like if we're going to give IRMA, let's say it is our destination, we think like as aspiration also, but yeah, okay, we may not get right. So how to think that way as well. Please continue, Rasmi.
yes. So I think that interview of IRMA is not much different as that of the other B schools, because in IRMA they also focus on the same pattern. But plus one that they can ask for is why ruler management? Why do you want to pursue it? And yes, there is a major differentiation between other agribusiness management and our rural management and a normal PGDM program. So one should be very clear about why they are opting out for our institute. And other things I added on is like what kind of background you belong to, and there can be certain technical questions as well from our background. And we should be aware about the news, and from the news
Mhm.
the major happenings. And we should focus on the agri and rural news as well, like. And in budget too, there are certain schemes which are majorly focusing on the rural development, agri development, and there are certain credit schemes for farmers. So one should also focus on that along with the other major budget allocations. So that is how I prepared for my interview. And one question, and one thing that you mentioned in between with Devam, that there are certain courses of agriculture where he might be facing difficulties. But what I think is in IRMA, there is a very good cohort of subjects. So everyone will get some edge, and everyone will have some strengths, and everyone will have some weaknesses. So it is going to be a very good journey throughout these 2 years. So we can't
Right,
say
right.
that if we belong from a BTech or commerce background other than agri or agri allied course, so one will get difficulty. No, it's not like that. We all will
Right.
enjoy these 2 years.
It's kind of in Hindi it is called Sangam, if I'm right. In confluence it is kind of जहाँ पर तीन
Yes,
धाराएं
sir.
मिलती है, जैसे अलाहाबाद है. It gives no kind of holiness. So it's like that. Rasmi, thank you. Okay, so Devam, how was your journey? You got shortlisted, and after that, how was GDPI, and how did you answer and till this kind of PI round? You have to just explain to the person who doesn't even have a background. He just qualified this cat round, and after that he's waiting to someone guide in that way. Very clear. Yeah, please.
Okay, this is kind of difficult question for me because then I have to put myself out. So I was working back then. I was with Mahindra, and you all know that for working experienced people, it's you have to balance all the two. So first,
Right.
for the people who are currently working, so what they can do is brushing up the knowledge. What Rashmi said is very mandatory because I have been also asked about some current happenings. Like I was asked about the
Okay.
PM Kisan Yojana. There, see, IRMA always seeks clarity, and that's very important. Why IRMA is very important to understand. Sometimes your all the answers are wrong, but why IRMA you want to join? If that's appropriate, you will be called in. So first of all, any interview has to prepare for why they are preparing for IRMA. Be it very whatever be the reason, that's up to them. Every reason should not match. Then if you get
Mhm.
shortlisted, you are called for an interview. Brushing up of the daily news is very important. What is rural management? How it is different from rural development? Why a person shouldn't join rural development but rural management? What you know about IRMA? There are some very common questions that you need to understand. Then most of the interview questions are framed from your OWT, what you write in the written
Sure.
ability test. So, but there's a gap also, I think, between OWT and interview. So a person can also be preparing. So person should know what they have written in OWT, and then according to that, they should prepare for the interview. It should be very light-hearted. There is not, as what Rashmi said, that it's very much like the other interviews. All is that there will be some more or less part of rural India, some or less part of agriculture. So a common brief, mota knowledge of this has to be taken care of.
Right, right, right. Devam. Okay. Uh, so, but now I believe this is much enough for our students who doesn't have a background and who just preparing for first time, right? Vishal, how do you see a person? Let it be a not a kind of. I've just heard later on after my BTech or BSc degree that IRMA is something, and I just like how Devam got fascinated that he was inspired from someone, and like he is the person who has established IRMA, right? And that's how it works. We got at some point of time that we want to do something. Really I want to go this, right? But sometimes it is very difficult to get knowledge about how it happens, right? So if you can just put a light on that, some of the question that is being asked, on a frequent basis, like no, when you are going to appear for IRMA interview, please. That frequent question.
Okay, so frequent questions could be your like how your hobbies could align with the goal of IRMA, how your thought process align with the vision of IRMA, and also they can ask some hypothetical questions about you know uh, if you have to go for a village development program, village fieldwork program for 2 months in a village. Have you ever went to any village? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not like you should have prior experience of being in a village, but you must have a zeal to go and stay in a village, and you must be comfortable, you must be prepared by your mind that you wanted to do this. So they wanted to judge you on these questions. Other than this, they also wanted to know your understanding about India's conditions, India's rural economy, how it work. So for me, they also asked me the budget aligned to rural development, how it going to help the rural India in next 5 years. They also asked me my how where I see myself in next 5 years, my short term goals, my long term goals. So my interviews was went for more than 40 to 45 minutes, and I think it was the one of my longest interview I gave the last year.
Mhm.
And also, it's not about, as Deva mentioned, that it's not about how you answer, your answer is wrong or right. It's about your aligned, your value aligned with the college or not. Most of the student here in IRMA, my batchmates or our senior or the alums, they having some kind of value aligned with IRMA. That's why they were here. And also you can come here because the ROI is good. You will get a good placement, and you will get a good summer internship. So you can come also because it's a brand. IRMA is a brand in their industry. And also you have to understand that this institute is institute with a difference. Okay, it's not an institute like other B school, not a placement agency that where you will get a placement. Here you will, after 2 years in IRMA, you will be a better person. You will be having a good amount of value that wherever you will go, people will see you in a respectful manner, and you will be able to present yourself in a better manner. And if I talk being a placement cell member of IRMA, contacted to companies, there is a different respect of IRMA in the industry, and wherever you will go, you will find an IRMAN in the industry and the business. So you must have to prepare about uh, IRMA. You must know IRMA in depth, founder, vision, mission. This should be on your tips. Okay, you never know what question comes to you, and you must know the vision, mission. I think that's enough. Nothing more. Be
Right, right.
genuine with your answer.
Thank you, Vishal. So, how this is called enlightening? You got enlightenment yourself in a college because no, you got to your soul to work there. Very true words. Because no, that's how we got no validation. Also, we can say like whenever we are raw form, and when we are entering in a, it's a kind of input and output mechanism. If we understand, we are going at a raw form in IRMA, and the product that is coming with the values, ethics, and how to respect even a bottom line people also who's working the farm. So that's really it's a very good institution. Even I have a
Exactly.
very respect for that because I have a friend and who tells, you know there are 70% of the people are for country 140 crore of India is really big. And if you see more than 70 to 80 crores. If you go to 70%, it is, kind of, it's become 100, of course, 100 of crores, like 1 arab of people, right? And that people are living in the, and no, now also, I am also from the village area. I've seen, they don't know what is, that is how to operate a mobile even. A lot of people, right? Whatever the technology that we bring, they're not aware. Most of the farmers are not aware whatever the technology that we talk. So it is a very genuine effort of IRMA to put on the ground. That's really so sweet of you that you even think and the all people think that way, right? My next question from all of you, that would be last question probably. When we think something, let it be any college, we make something fantasies, right? I often ask in my interviews, कि college ऐसा होगा, like IRMA ऐसा होगा. We had kind of illusions, right? How did you think, Rasmi, from GBT Pandnagar, that is also very beautiful university and it is kind of Dehradun, right? GBT Pandnagar itself is a very beautiful. Okay, how did you feel like it is really different, the culture, the vibes, college kind of thing, please? So that makes us more people to put effort to get into that, right? Rasmi, please.
Yes, sir. So first of all, I would like to start from the set of faculties that we have here at IRMA. So they will give you unmatched exposures with the excellent body of faculty, and also we have a rich alumni network here at IRMA.
Right.
Other than that, coming to the opportunities part, our institute IRMA is eligible for many competitions, many case competitions, and there are many companies which give our college an opportunity to take part into various big, for example, Godrej has Godrej Loud, and there are many IITs which have competitions where our college is eligible. So we get plenty of options to take part in. And other than that, talking about the academic part, there are plenty of scholarships that have been awarded to the students on the basis of merit or economic backgrounds, and there are certain other criterias as well. Other than that, if a person want to explore, there are many clubs, many committees we can be part of, and like there are if we are aligning our values to certain a domain, for example marketing, finance, operations, so we can be the part of that particular club. And they, like here we have diversified students from north to south, from east to west, so we get a gel up with all kind of people from entire country, so we got to learn a lot from them. So that is also a very important thing that I encountered here at our college, that we have faced, or we have like there are many people from diverse backgrounds as well as from different states, so we got to interact with them, we learn from them. So they have certain strengths. So and there are also people who are freshers, like I'm a fresher, but there are certain people like Devam who have work ethic. So of course if I'll be working with him within a certain group, I'll get to learn many things from him, his corporate experience and
True.
all those things, so that is very valuable.
That's really good. Having said that, Vishal would like to say something, and then I just wanted to add something. If I just something came into my mind, if you can say like it is a DMart, everything at a single place, every kind of product, every kind of values, whatever you want to do, like if we count that way, right? They were if like add something.
Sure, sure, sure. So before joining IRMA, जैसे मैंने भी I have also saw some promotional video of IRMA YouTube पर हैं. So I have seen a few of the faculties. We have seen the infrastructure of IRMA. That's very beautiful. But I've seen some of the teachers teaching students on the ground, मतलब ऐसे पेड़ के नीचे, giving a human touch. So that was very fascination, very very fascinating for me. Many a times
Sure.
there was a professor that came to IRMA and he said कि अभी भी यहाँ के बच्चे are very grounded because IRMA gives us an opportunity to stay in the village for 2 months and we shed our ego, जो भी है.
Yeah,
Well, that's the first thing that
that's
we
right.
do when we go to the village. So you see, when you come to the campus, you see that kind of inspirations moving around. जब यहाँ पे कोई गेस्ट आता है तो we give them a book of written by late Dr. Kurian. We talk of cooperative movement. We talk of people's potential. We talk of how villages can make a move. So we get to see a dream that can be very big, bigger than that dream can be as big as the biggest FMCG in the country, Amul.
True.
So we get to see and live the dream. Irma is very beautiful in many sense, and that's it, I think.
It completes it completes all the जो हम ख्वाब देखे होते हैं वो सारा एकदम रियलिटी में दिखता है, right? That's really okay. And then जो अमूल का आपने एग्जांपल दिया, that's really a biggest example of how a cooperative can be the way successful. वो एक बहुत बड़ा एग्जांपल, इफको एंड अमूल आर द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल इज इवन
Fair
सेड
enough.
in industry. Vishal would
Fair
like
enough.
to add something.
Yeah, I think Devam and Rashmi has already mentioned a lot about IRMA, but I just wanted to add that there are students from 27 state uh, out of 29, and we experience a lot of festivals celebrating together. Like this year, I first time experienced Onam, and it was great experience. Onam food, and
Beautiful.
we occasionally celebrate a lot of things,
अभी हम पोंगल भी
grinds
मनाने
in
जा रहे हैं
night. We Pongal भी मनाने जा रहे हैं, so
ना.
a lot of things going to happen. Our Cultcom always organize something, and a lot of seminars, and as IRMA is very, we give an edge to big seminar and big institutes to come here to present their paper. So we get exposure from whole over India, whole over world. So guests from Amul, guests from big organizations, HUL and HDFC. So we encounter a lot of big organizations and
A little bit breaking, I
we
guess,
experience
Vishal.
a lot of thing here. And Anand, where the IRMA is, as a beautiful place, you'll get a good Gujarati food. A lot of thing is there. So I
I
think
have been there. I have been there in Amul, right? I have been there. And for that, for concluding, three of you, we can say in one line, the one Sanskrit sloka, it is Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Like the way that people, Vishal was telling, Vishal was telling कि हम लोग वहाँ पर, I have been in Kerala, so I know it is called Sadhya, and it's really beautiful. The way it is, and India
yes,
itself is a whole world in it, right? So आप लोग एक छोटे से जगह में अपने आप के एक संसार बनाओ जहाँ पर
mini
अपन
India as well.
30 कंट्रीज को फील कर सकते हैं, उनके कल्चर को फील कर सकते हैं, बिंग यू नो kind of you are from Uttar Pradesh or you are from Bihar or you're from Kerala, you learn lot of languages and cultures. तो उसके बाद से जो आउटर प्रोडक्ट होता है, that is kind of awesome. आप इतने एलिजिबल होते हो कि किसी से भी बात कर सकते हो। एंड जैसे देवन में बोला कि वो जो ईगो होता है ना वो चला जाता है जब आप ग्राउंड से जुड़ते हो ना, जब बोलते हैं ना कि मातृभूमि, इट्स व्हेन यू टच द सॉइल, यू यू नो leave everything, you said off everything that ego hota hai. So thank you so much Vishal, Rasmi and Devam for joining us. This is really enlightening session. और मैं एक last question नहीं, एक message बोलूंगा you would like to give to the coming this year, like they are going to have kind of affordability in February last March तक चलता रहता है process. तो विशाल, रश्मि and देवम, starting from विशाल, एक last message एक line का.
Okay, so okay, my one-liner would be like, be prepared wherever you will join a college. Just be prepared with the basics requirement of doing an MBA. Like, be prepared with your Excel. Be prepared how to operate MS Office and your communication skills. Work on it. It would be very beneficial. It will make you ahead of many people, and it will give you confidence to sustain, survive. Because first term of any MBA life is very tough, and you have time. You have nearly 3 to 4 months to prepare yourself mentally, physically. So, being a fresher, and I think it would be same for all of us. So, be prepared with your mind, your soft skills before joining any B school. Not only about IRMA. Just be prepared with basics. Okay, and all the very best to everyone who ever joined, and hope we are able to convey our messages to you and our experiences to
Yeah.
you, and all the very best.
Right.
Have a good day.
Rashmi, please, short
Okay, so
last message.
for interview part, just throughout the interview, be honest during your interview questions and try to share what you have in your mind. Communicate in an expressive way, and Okay, so before joining IRMA, as what Vishal mentioned, that brush up your certain concepts like Microsoft Word, PPT, and document and MS Excel, some certain basics and certain basics of financial accounting like basic things, balance sheets and income statements that one study in their undergraduation as well. And also one can work on their personality development and communication skills, and that's all the best.
Right. Thank you, Rasmi. Devam, please.
So I'll only say that MBA is a very good decision you have taken. So just be there is a huge pool to learn during your MBA course. And IRMA is altogether a different experience, but every B school will give you a good exposure to the industry. So my all the best to all of you, and just be prepared for any kind of situations that come to you. Yeah, all the best.
Thank you. So Vishal, Rasmi, and Dev, it was lovely talking you. The way you said, people could have analyzed and realized that how they have to approach. So thank you so much for joining. Would love to have a
Thank you so much.
new session after that. How the college life it is in Irma. Thank you so much.